Let me get this going here. I should have had this up already, but you know, I was messing around with different things.
Well,
But
aren't you always messing around?
I'm always messing around. This is for the first week of December. Looks like Beyonce's concert friggin' show, Renaissance, a film by Beyonce, was number one. Number two is The Hunger Games, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. That's doing pretty good for its third week. And I'm pretty sure
Where's Taylor Swift on here? Like,
oh, she dropped off the map. But Godzilla -1 out of all the new movies did the best.
Oh, I'm shocked at that.
Imagine that.
Extremely. I am shocked. Oh my God. Right, John?
Right?
Like,
I mean, other than Beyonce's is new, but I mean, that's a concert movie. And then you've got Trolls Band Together and Wish following up
I'm
the top
shocked.
five.
Wish
And
I just
Trolls
want to
is
take a
available-
look and see.
Trolls
Where-
is available on streaming.
Yeah.
Is it?
Mhm.
And people are going to see it still? Wow.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. The Shift and Silent Night didn't do too well in week number one.
There is a funny, but it's kind of corny movie that you know, me and Amber watched this week. It was It's a Wonderful Knife. So it was like, yeah, it was.
I saw the ad for that, man.
Dude, she's like, "You want to go watch it?" I'm like, "Okay." Yeah. So it was like, It's a Wonderful Life, but very twisted.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I tell you, it's just I kind of knew that Godzilla was going to be the number one out of the new movies, you know. But
yeah,
you know, let's see. P. Diddy would be proud talking about Beyonce, no doubt, right? Yeah. Didn't he like disrupt the fucking Grammys one year because of
he did
something to do with her? Yeah.
Well, isn't it more like a P. Diddle? I mean, we don't want to go down that route. But,
right. Yeah. Oh, my God. But anyway, that's how the numbers shook out this last weekend. And I knew out of all the new movies, Godzilla was probably going to do it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is Silent Night. If you guys watch the channel, you've already seen the trailer. We showed it here a couple of times.
Yeah.
And we also showed The Shift a couple of times. The Shift is by that smaller studio, Angel Studios.
I want to see.
I showed it. I showed the trailer to Foxy, and she was like, "Ooh,
I want to see all three of those movies."
Yeah,
I've heard it's good, and it's gotten good word of mouth. But it's going to be just like Sound of Freedom, where it's not getting a lot of airtime.
Right.
But people will go to it, and they'll go, "Hey," they'll tell their friends, "Hey, you need to go see this movie."
And the only reason why it's not going to get the press is because it's made by the same people that made Sound of Freedom, and they want to cover that shit up.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, I got yelled at by my doctor for trying to sneak out to see Godzilla. Oh my God! Listen to this. It's good to see you, Ariel. I hope you're feeling better, young lady.
Hope you're doing better, Ariel.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, yeah, I kind of thought that was going to be. And a lot of people are saying that's the movie of the year. I mean, John, you've seen it. You want to give us your non-spoiler review of it?
Damn. Okay.
You can't spoil it, but
Since
I mean,
I haven't watched it
you can
yet,
tell us what it's about. But
spoiler less.
Basically, it's about a Japanese kamikaze pilot. We talked about this before.
Yep.
That lost his nerve.
Yep.
But everybody on the island where he landed, because he faked having a problem with his plane, is killed off except for one other person. And so
he's trying.
I'm trying.
He's trying. I can see the look on his face.
I'm like, oh, no, that's spoiler. No, that's spoiler. Basically, it's about Godzilla. It's before 1954, post World War II, but it actually takes place. It starts during World War II.
Okay.
Because it takes place right before Nagasaki and
so in the Kurt Russell area when he was the colonel and shit? I mean,
no, it's before he became a colonel. It's back when he was like a regular soldier.
Okay.
When he was like a first lieutenant or something. No, so basically, yeah, it goes to there all the way up to the 50s, and but it deals with the guy's relationship. He finds this girl and finds this baby, and he ends up taking him in, and there's this whole relationship. Yeah,
that's for sure. John is a Godzilla homer.
But
he will admit,
John's not
no
the only
doubt.
one is really positive towards this.
Yeah.
It seems to be the
it's just
consensus.
really, really good. And the thing is, I've heard some people say, well, Godzilla's janky. Well, Godzilla's janky because they're trying to imagine a creature that big trying to walk. It's not going to move fluid.
No,
it's going to move ponderously. So that's how it moves.
Well, I tell you,
except in the water. And
just tell me if you agree with this assessment. I have heard from people in our sphere that I trust when it comes to movie reviews that it is a really, really good movie that I think it was made for like $15 million. I think
it was made cheaply.
I heard that.
Yeah.
And they say the CGI in it is better than anything Marvel's put out this year. They also said that it looks like whoever made this movie is a big fan of Jaws because Godzilla's not your friend trying to save you from another big monster in this one. He is an evil threat in this thing. Kind of like the original movie. Wasn't he the guy that destroyed Tokyo in the original movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what they've gone back to, right? So
yeah. But it's very well done. The CGI is done so it reminds you of the rubber suit stuff.
Really?
But it's not rubber suit stuff.
Everything I've seen on the trailers looks like real shit, man.
Yeah, I know, but I mean it's got that feel to it when they're moving around and stuff. It's like, okay, you're thinking could be a guy in a rubber suit because it's got that feel that style has.
He's not moving around like a superhero version of Godzilla like he would be in like that 98 film that you hate, right? Yeah, kind of thing.
I don't know any film of that era at all. Sorry.
I didn't know. He doesn't know anything. So
that's the radioactive iguana, right? That's not even.
Godzilla, that's not even the big G. No, but
that's not it.
If it's in your town, because it's only in like 2,300 theaters.
Yeah.
Allie loved it.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I saw Allie just popped up in the chat there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's watching. She's always watching, man. Yeah. She's always watching.
Piss off, Iron.
But I've also heard that if you took Godzilla out of this movie, you'd still have a good post-apocalyptic Japan after the bomb drama. So
if you change Godzilla from killing the people on the island to they just died in wartime and he was the last survivor. I mean, he's dealing with survivor's guilt. He's dealing with the fact that he's a failed kamikaze pilot and he chickened out.
Yeah.
And he deals with that. And then it deals with all the post-war stuff about, because Tokyo's destroyed, his parents were killed in the bombings. It's just, there's a human drama there that goes along with the story. It doesn't interfere with the story. And that's the one problem with Godzilla 2014 was it was a little too focused on the people and less on the kaiju.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This does both. And it does both very well.
That's cool, man. Keely Chow says, what's the difference between Oppenheimer and Godzilla movies? Godzilla movies have never bombed in Japan. That's a bad joke.
That was bad.
But I did hear somebody say that this you could play Oppenheimer as like the prequel to Godzilla.
Yeah. When I get Godzilla -1, I'm going to watch them back to back to see how that works.
That sounds really neat, man. Everything I have not heard anybody say this is a bad movie yet. And we're talking about people that are not Godzilla fans. You know what I mean? These guys are just guys that love movies and go see movies, Chris Gore, the guy that Knock doesn't know and doesn't want to know, said he loved it. He thought it was awesome, and I think he went back and saw it a second time.
Paulie loved it.
Let's see. Jed told me that 98 Godzilla is his
Yeah,
first and favorite Godzilla.
No,
I know you're full of shit now,
fuck that
Ironcaster.
98.
By the way,
Godzilla.
Ironcaster, you've got the link, man. You're in the thread now.
Dude,
so.
you can come in, bro.
Yeah,
like,
anytime
come
you
over
want
here
to.
if you got time. Okay.
But yeah, I just figured I'd get your thoughts on it, man, because yeah, that's that movie. I want to go see it before it gets out of the theater. Now, did you have to go to see it at an independent movie house, or was it showing in an AMC?
It was a B&B.
Okay,
that's like B&B's like the 5th largest movie theater chain.
Okay, all right.
So they're big here in the Midwest.
All right, I'll have to check out. I'll have to check out our independent movie house and see if it's there for sure. I'm sure they're going to show it.
Yep.
But anyway, Matt, are you even interested in that kind of movie, or?
You know, I'm not too big in the whole, in that genre, but if it's a really good movie, I'm always open to it. But Ariel has figured out that John and I are the same person. So,
yeah.
No,
I'm just using AI. I'm just using an AI script to pilot Matt.
You know why I know? Because I know sometimes they're both there and they're doing different things, and I know they're not the same person.
Knox says knew he was going to mention that Chris guy.
Oh, me, Chris Gore? Yeah.
Well, what John does is before every stream, he goes to Chat GPT and says cheesy one-liners, and that's what me as AI. I'm just regurgitating those.
That's it. Yeah. That's it exactly. All right. Well, Godzilla's the victor so far this month, and we're going to talk about the rest of the movies, but we got to finish up our pop culture breakdown. And the next one we got to talk about is the death of a Titan. And boy, did he have a long life. Norman Lear passed away at the age of 101. 101.
Did this happen today?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's several people, chiming in with their tributes to him. But I wanted to do our own type of tribute to him. Me personally, guys, when I was a kid, it was must-see television to watch Archie Bunker every week. And this guy created him. And we were talking before the stream, and I really think you could actually call him the father of the spinoff, because we counted it up, John. What is it, like 7 spinoffs of all in the Family?
Yeah, he was the One Day at a Time was sort of like a spinoff.
It was a spinoff of that.
And there was
One Day at a Time wasn't, but the Jeffersons.
Yeah.
Good Times.
Yeah.
Maud, Jeffersons, Good Times.
Yeah.
Archie Bunker's Place, Checking In, which only lasted 4 episodes.
Yeah, that was like
Gloria, and 704 Hauser, which only lasted 6 episodes.
And those were all spin-off of one show.
One show. One freaking show.
And then some of them were really good too. So
yeah. Oh, shoot, Maude was great. If it hadn't been for Maude, I don't think that Adrienne Barbeau would have met John Carpenter. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I remember her on that show, no doubt.
So you had like that universe, then you had like the Happy Days universe that came from Love American Style, and
Mork and Mindy came from
had
them.
Laverne and Shirley, and
Mork and Mindy,
1 or 2
but
other ones.
On Pluto TV, they have a channel just for Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley, and Mork and Mindy, and they all put them on one channel.
And don't forget Joni Loves Chachi.
Yeah. But nobody likes Joni Loves Chachi. It was bombed.
No. Yeah, it was
terrible.
But yeah, man, what a huge bunch of stuff that he I mean, these were his personal babies, man. Dude, 1922 to 2023.
Well, then think about how many writers in the 80s and 90s and 2000s were influenced by him.
No doubt, man.
He lived almost as old as my grandpa did, because my grandpa died at 102.
Wow.
That's crazy. All the stuff that he had, he did One Day at a Time. It wasn't a spinoff of All in the Family, but he did that.
That's the remake too. He's the executive producer of the remake as well.
I mean, just amazing, man. His filmography, especially on the television side of things. My gosh.
227. Facts of Life,
Unbelievable.
Silver
Facts of
Spoons.
Life is his.
He was executive producer of Princess Bride.
Yeah.
Jefferson, Silver Spoons, which only lasted. I watched that.
Oh, Silver Spoons was around for a while because I used to watch it all the time growing up.
I remember they took it off like after a season or two. Out here,
I think it was like 2 or 3 seasons, but
yeah,
that's more than a lot of these. Sanford
and then
Son
Mary
was
Hartman,
behind.
Sanford and Son.
Sanford and Son.
What the hell? He was behind Sanford and
Yeah,
Son?
he was.
Wow.
He created Archie and Fred Sanford.
Yeah.
Wow. Just amazing.
Divorce American Style.
American Style. Yeah.
I bet you Love American Style's down at the bottom.
Yeah, I was wondering where that was.
Let's see if
227. That was really big. At one point.
Yeah, Love American Style would have been around like 1970 if he did
I guess not. Divorce American Style. I was thinking maybe it was a spinoff, but no.
Right.
No.
It at least got the name from it. Yeah.
Yeah. It got the name from it for sure. Mary Hartman was a big one for him too. But man, wow.
He was like the Little Rascals, the TV movie he was in.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just he was in a lot of stuff.
Norman Lear made us laugh for a very, very long time.
Didn't he do Mary Tyler Moore too?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
Did you mention the Facts of Life?
Yes.
That ran a long time. Yeah.
Yeah, that did. Yeah, it did. And you're talking about several generations of people because I grew up on All in the Family, but my daughters watched Facts of Life, at a young age. So, I mean, my gosh, man, what a deal. I mean,
it was like,
and from all accounts, he was adored by the people he worked for, that worked for him. This guy he's a titan of television. He's right up there with all those guys, like who had the variety show that the Beatles showed up on the first time, and Ed Sullivan. He's that caliber guy.
Merv Griffin.
Griffin. Yeah. What's his name? The first NBC late night talk show host.
Steve Allen.
No,
Johnny Carson.
Johnny Carson. That's it.
Yep.
I don't know why I'm having a senior moment on some of these names, but that's the kind. He's on the Mount Everest to television, no doubt about it. This guy, what a life, man. So,
by the way, the first ever Tonight Show featured the guy Gene Rayburn that did Match Game.
Yeah.
In the late 70s. Well, anyway, the first Tonight Show that was 10, 20 years before that, you had a young Gene Rayburn on it doing the weather.
Wow.
Yeah, imagine that, doing the weather on the Tonight Show.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But yeah, look, this guy, if you haven't seen those old shows, go to Pluto TV because they're all over that place.
Yeah, Pluto TV. I cannot say this enough. Go to Tubi and Pluto TV, and you can have all you want.
Maud mentally scarred me as a small boy. I hate the Arthur, and I'm glad she's dead.
I never liked Maud. I never got into Maud. Now I liked All in the Family. I liked the Jeffersons.
I got into Maud for two reasons.
Like Good Times.
His daughter turned me on, man. Or excuse me, her daughter turned me on.
Oh, but yeah, I just never got into it. But I liked Golden Girls, so it wasn't B. Arthur I hated. It was just I didn't like the premise that much as a youngster.
Yeah, I never got into Golden Girls either. I didn't.
I had to watch it because my grandparents watched it.
I enjoyed it. I thought it had a really good writing.
Hang on, let me see. Ariel says, was that Barnaby Jones at the bottom? Doubt it. I doubt it was.
He's been around a long time, though.
He has, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't put it past him.
No, not at all. Not at all. But anyway, anything else you get? Well, there's one other thing I was thinking about covering. Did you guys, any of you, I don't know if you guys play this game or not, but did you guys check
6?
out the Grand Theft Auto trailer?
I am, because I've had every version of Grand Theft Auto. I am in the middle on this right now because I saw some shit that they're going away from every single game. The original game started off as just a spoof, and I can see they're still doing that, but I saw multiple things that
Jed, a lot of stuff that you're thinking that you saw or that have you been hearing about is complete bullshit made up.
Oh, that's what I'm just going by the trailer I watched with my eyes.
Yeah, I didn't see any. I didn't.
You guys want to check it out real quick?
Yeah.
We can check it out real fast if you want.
I actually haven't seen it.
Okay, well, let's check it out.
So
good to see you, Knock. By the way,
he
was in the middle of talking. I didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah, I'm just going off from what I saw with my own eyes from the trailer. So.
Yeah, okay.
And I've played it. I have every single one of them.
I am not a fan of the game because my stepson, David, Rhonda's son, loves the game, and he got it when he was a teenager, and I tried to play it. And as soon as I saw I had to kill cops, I quit playing it.
Like Vice City is my favorite version, and they're going back to Vice City in this one.
Yeah,
I'm not poo-pooing it. I mean, it's just not for me. It's just not for me.
Yeah, that was my favorite GTA is Vice City.
There's people that play GTA on. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say the fact they produced was it GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas all in like a 4-year period.
And it took them 10 years to make this one. Yeah, I know.
Yep. Yeah. Hey, after 5 and Red Dead 2, they can have all the fucking time they want because you cannot say those games were masterpieces.
No.
There's people. You talked about killing cops. There's people that on GTA Online that role play as cops.
Yeah, I have tons of friends.
There's role playing on there.
Yeah, I have tons of friends on Twitch and Kick that role play.
That's the world I'll probably never get into.
I'm there like constantly. I have friends. I was just talking to one of my friends. They're going over to this new role play server called Onyx, and it's supposed to blow everything else away. So
basically, Joe, if you don't act, then you get kicked out.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah.
So you're playing the game, which is not a role playing game, but if you're on voice and you're not playing a part,
I was actually a role player.
These are on private servers. These aren't just like public servers where you just go around like Red Dead and you're just kind of shooting whoever. Like you have to be allowed in there, and then they can kick you out just as fast.
I was in some of the original GTA role play servers and some of the other role play servers that popped up on Twitch. And I've been role playing in there every now and then. So,
they have leagues like that in DC Universe Online. They'll have all Star Wars leagues and stuff like that.
Yeah, they have that. They have that in Old Republic. I used to go role play in Old Republic all the time.
They had Star Wars leagues in Old Republic. Oh, damn.
Yeah, dude, they have role play.
Did they have a Jedi
Order in Old Republic? Wow.
But like DC is like the Jedi Order. With the capital the original, kind of crap.
All right, guys, let's check this out. Let's see what's going on with GTA 6. A lot of people have been waiting on this thing, haven't they? Let's see what's up with it.
Well, yeah, I mean, 5 has only gone across 3 different consoles.
Clay, he's never gonna do it.
Lucia, do you know why you're here? Bad luck, I guess.
Do we have a female protagonist?
Yes, there is.
It's a man and a woman.
She's the main focus of the game. The guy is the side missions.
Okay. We also have Tom Petty singing. Who
number
was
one?
Florida.
Number one, Jed. You don't know that because that hasn't come out. That's not
I actually talked to somebody that talked to Rockstar.
And I have talked to people that's talked to Rockstar, and there's
no telling. Let's watch
the guy who has a dog sitter.
I actually went to somebody. I was like,
well,
yeah. I know, John. I'm not arguing with you.
I was B for doubt. So
yeah, that's what we're both doing.
To be determined.
Yeah, Team don't know yet, but that's the reason why I went to.
They are a good company. I like Rockstar.
Here's the thing. Like, it's not, even if she is the main character, right? That shouldn't really matter.
No,
I don't think that a woman lead is a bad thing. I just think they need to write them better.
Yeah.
That's what I heard somebody saying today. Will there be a hero's journey for this character?
Yeah,
or will it be a Mary Sue like Ray that's already all powerful?
Yeah,
right. Is she like a probation right now? Is that who she's talking to? Like
she was in prison.
Like, we don't know, but like her just being like just all knowing and all powerful. Like that's the shit that.
All right, let's finish the trailer and we'll discuss.
She said she cared about me. She tried to make my world the way she thought it should be.
Did you pause it?
As much as I bitch about we need more friggin' adult video games, I guess I'm going to have to get into this at some point because it looks really cool to me. It's got nightclubs and all kinds of shit.
This is the biggest map they've had so far.
I can't wait to
swerve around the cops. Just swerve around them.
Yeah, I guess.
You don't always have to fight the cops. You can just kind of.
You don't have to fight the cops.
No, you don't have to.
In the first version of this game, you did.
Oh, like you had to go kill a dirty cop or something?
No, you were shooting cops constantly in the.
Well, if you're driving like an asshole and running over people, then cops are going to chase you. It's whatever you did.
Oh, Joe, if you got 3 stars, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I agree.
That's on you, buddy.
3 stars. That's weak sauce.
Oh, there you go.
Now these are real clips.
Go back.
Hold on, Joe. Hold on, Joe.
The hell?
These what they're showing right now are based off of real life clips.
Yep.
Yes. I saw somebody show that one in particular.
Dude, I was looking. The girls got thick asses in the game at the last.
Now, there's nothing more Florida than a gator walking into a bank, right?
Yeah.
I got a feeling that's a bank robbery about to happen, though. They probably friggin' did that to run everybody
or is
out
that
of the
Loki?
bank.
I don't know. Who knows?
Well, look who's back. The only way we're gonna get through this is by sticking.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it's gorgeous.
Dude. Yeah, they make good looking stuff. No doubt about it.
Being together, being a team. Trust.
Uh-oh.
So I think they're going to have the missions come back where you go and do the stuff like they have online. So right through here. So.
Well, all I know is if you like thick chicks, this is the game for you. I haven't seen a skinny chick in this game yet.
They're all thick in this, and I'm like,
you missed a bunch. Then there's been quite a few bigger ladies.
See, and I won't be able to play it until at least 2026.
Yeah.
Why is that? That's right. You play on. You don't have a console. That's right. Nope. They're not releasing this.
No, they've never done that. It's about a year or two later.
It's always a year later that they come out.
Yeah. I'll have it on my PS5.
Yeah. I might have to get this one.
I won't be able to get it because I still have an Xbox One. So yeah.
What?
I like what you said.
Oh, that's right. It's only going to be on the newest systems, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I could download it for my
awesome because that means it's not going to be held back like Cyberpunk.
No.
Right.
And then when they get the PC version out, oh my goodness, the role play. I am going to get on there.
We're going to get to drive around like SpongeBob. Like, it's going to be great. Those modders are going to be on top of it. I tell you what.
Oh yeah.
This is probably the game that'll force me to get a console.
Yeah, might be. I might get a copyright strike. I'll nuke the sound later on. It's Tom
I got
Petty.
a series. I got the Series S because of Bethesda, but then I ended up getting a $1,500 PC that I made.
Well, you can still play it on there. Then.
So now it's more for just like the old games like KOTOR and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, all I would like was just maybe at least a cameo of Tommy Vercetti, which I guess would be. That was set in 84.
Yeah.
So 94.
And he's still in that mansion too. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, 40 years.
He's like in like a bathrobe and shit.
Dude, he comes out with a gun. He's like, "What are you doing on my property?"
like Will Ferrell.
He's got the thinning gray hair. Yeah. He's still trying to put up in the pompadour. He's got.
I like this one by
He's
E.
got
Clay.
the old Elvis type glasses, and he's coming out in his bathrobe.
Yep, I like this one by E. Clay. Grand Thick Auto. Yes.
Oh yeah, it is. I don't like skinny chicks.
Not every. Now look, I'm not gonna poo-poo you for liking.
I know.
I am not into them. I like skinny girls.
I've heard skinny girls. So
But after seeing the trailer, I mean, once again, Rockstar is going to deliver you a really a good product.
Oh yeah,
man.
Papa Cotton. They've got to really fuck this up. To fuck this up,
they're going to have to go out of the way, and I don't think they're going to. It looks like it's going to be pretty.
I hope it doesn't turn out like Red Dead Redemption 2 when it went online, and they fucked up the animals and the hunting and everything else. So
I mean, I don't know what you're
I
talking
know,
about
I mean,
there.
I never played online.
I've never had a problem with that.
I mean, the online
say live.
For a while. I doubt this one's going to be online day one.
Oh no, it isn't. It's going to take 6 months to 8, 6
which
to 8
is
months
fine with me because I definitely enjoy.
They're going to let everybody go through the game first to get acclimatized. Then they're going to bring online on. So
they are still making a tremendous amount of money from GTA 5.
Oh yeah.
No, Lady V, that is not it. I just have a type, and I am into it.
Yeah, like me and Joe have types.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I like Supergirl though because she.
You want to psychoanalyze this shiz?
You should put up that recent picture.
I am into chicks like Kate Beckinsale. Okay, she's a dream girl of mine. Another one is Mia Jovovich. I mean, I just like tall, skinny brunettes. I'm sorry, I just do. That's just me. That's what I'm into.
I do have an obsession.
Who was it? The guy that does Yellow Flash's video editing. What's his name? Mr. Bug? Is that his name? Mm-hmm. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but I'm always checking out his stuff. And
Power Girl's better than
he was saying something earlier today. Yeah, it's Mr. Bug. He was saying something earlier today about it's not a crime to say you like big boobs, right? It's not a crime. You're not going to burn in hell for saying it, or anything like that. I said, I responded with a tweet. I said, nothing wrong with saying it at all, bud, but I'd be lying. You see, I'm an ass man, bro. Just am.
and I like Supergirl, but Power Girl is more my type.
See, that's the thing. I'm into Supergirl, dude.
And I'm into Power Girl.
All right.
I like Supergirl, but Power Girl, yeah.
How could you like Supergirl when Power Girl is right there? No.
They're both the same person, just from different universes.
Yeah, and Power Girl, it's a well-known fact. He created Power Girl just to see how far he could go with the big boobs. All right.
Yeah, her big boobs and thick thighs and everything. Yeah.
I like girls that say yes a lot. Pop guns.
So just for the record, if Jed is presented with Giselle Bundchen or Melissa McCarthy,
right?
No, I'm going for Giselle. I'm going for Giselle on that.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to hear that loud mouth going 24 hours a day. Okay.
Look at All right. So bottom line, the game looks good. Let's see what the reviews look like. You know me, I'm not going to buy anything brand new anymore. I'm just not going to do it. After the last one, I'm not doing it. So
all right, for this one, Joe.
Actually, not after WWE 20. That's the one that got.
Well, that one's on you, but that's like me buying Madden. Okay, that one's on you.
Dude, you buy Madden.
But listen, Rockstar has the reputation where you don't need to wait for a review. Either you're going to get a game or you're not with the Rockstar.
Yeah.
With me, that's Bethesda. I don't give a shit about Starfield reviews. I wanted the game. I got the game.
You know what? When I do get my
there's certain publishers that I don't give a shit what other people say about them.
You know what mine is? Quantic Dream. If Quantic Dream comes out with a a game, I'm buying it.
I can't wait for their Star Wars game.
When I if I ever get my new X, I'm still gonna buy it from Bethesda. I'm still gonna buy Starfield because I still want to play through it. So
it's a fun game.
Starfield looks cool to me. I may end up getting that one. But the one I want out of everything I've seen here lately, and John plays a lot of games on Pop Culture Minefield. The one I want is Dungeons and Dragons Baldur's Gate. I want that one more than anything. That's the one
coming to Xbox. We just don't know when. So
yeah.
So
I've got a
I bought that
PlayStation
game
5,
full
brother.
price,
I can get it
and
right now.
I've only put like 2 hours into Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. Well, it looks like fun to me.
It's rough. It's rough for me to get into it. I'm just not into those kind of top-down games.
I usually don't like turn-based games, but the stuff you can do in this game, I'm into. I definitely want to check it out.
I have a question about the PS5.
Go.
If I get a PS5, will it be backwards compatible with PS4 games?
Yes, you can play your PS4 games on it. Yes.
Okay, so I can get the Uncharted games.
Yes.
Okay, because if I buy, I'm gonna want the Naughty Dog games if I buy a PS5.
Right.
Yeah, it's just not going to be below PS4.
Unless nothing below PS4. Now,
okay.
You can.
They
play
do have the
PlayStation
PlayStation now where it has older games in it, but they're all streaming.
But if you go on Xbox, you can play everything from every generation. So I'm just saying. So
this is true. Yeah. You can.
Yeah.
Yes.
Except for all those awesome exclusives that you can't get on Xbox.
Right.
I can.
You mean
like the Naughty Dog games, for instance.
Get on PC.
All the games that
Spider-Man,
actually come to Xbox after a while because PlayStation fucks everybody over and they all come there over the Xbox. Oh yeah, those. Okay.
How many times have you started a new character, John?
What game?
Probably Baldur's Gate.
On Baldur's Gate, the new one.
Because that's what we were talking about earlier.
Twice. I've got 2 characters. I've got my original Lars Limerick, who's modeled after my halfling bard, and I've got Onyx Oakwillow, who I'm playing on the channel.
Pop Culture Minefield.
I wanna.
I haven't made a bunch of different characters.
Yeah.
All right, John. I'll do you another one. You played Skyrim?
Yeah, that's
how many characters have you made in Skyrim?
I have yet to finish Skyrim. I have yet to finish the actual game.
I've
never finished the game because
it's actually not a long game.
No, it isn't.
It's like 5 hours long.
Yeah, if you go and just don't do the side quests, yeah.
I've done the expansions, the DLCs, but I've never actually finished the game. So that's because there's mods and stuff. When I play it, I'm just doing too much stuff.
You get lost in it. That's what you're supposed to do. So.
That's what you're supposed to do with a good video game.
Yeah, you get just like.
And I may end up playing Skyrim eventually because my man Knock clued me into the fact that it's not first person. You can actually play it third person. I didn't know that.
I told you this, Joe.
Brother.
It's a Bethesda game. You can do that with Bethesda games.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Could you see Cocktails and Fails with Skyrim with Joe? That shit would be hilarious.
Yeah, I'm sure. I've watched Knock play
I am so lost right now.
Right? What the hell?
Just head for that mountain, Joe.
Right?
No, John does not
goes around the mountain for 3 hours.
John finds sex in video games a waste of time.
By the way, how do you guys feel about the Fallout trailer?
Oh,
the TV show?
I love it.
I'm here for it.
I can't. April 24th, baby. I'm there.
Well, if it's the same writers as Halo, then it's going to suck.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if it's the same writers.
I hope it's not the same.
I'm just saying, if it's anything like Halo,
I can't believe Halo got a second season. I was like, what?
Why?
Are you serious?
Who they've been blowing?
I didn't even finish the first season, man.
I did. I actually did finish it, and it's horrible.
I watched one episode.
Let's take everything about the game you love and not do that. It's so cool. It's so great when directors think they could do better than the game that we all love.
Damn, Lady V, that means my brain is rot to hell. Then
crap.
Well, I mean, Jed, you've got something to rot.
All right, boys and girls.
Got nothing in my brain. John knows that song.
Yeah. When it comes to that video game, I may have to check that out. I'm going to check out the reviews though and see what it's like. So
real quick, Knock was just quoting the Time Person of the Year, by the way, for 2023.
Oh my God,
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift, yes.
Oh wait, I guess there's somebody made a jersey or something.
Oh, there is one.
Yeah, I got it. Let me find it because I had it. I was going to save it for tonight.
What is it?
I don't think you're on the same wavelength, Jed.
Yeah, we're not. What are you talking about, Jed?
Wait, there's something here. I gotta go find it.
I know there's one I just thought of before we get out of the pop culture stuff.
There's a joke in the meme that somebody
that I've got to show because it happened. It's happened since we were on last week. Hang on a second.
I'm trying to find
X is going to be the best place to find it. Anybody got the URL for the Elon clip?
I had
it's
it.
A beautiful thing. I about fell on my chair when I saw it. Yeah, it was so awesome. Oh my god, it was so great. And I mean, he called out Iger on it too. It was fucking phenomenal.
Oh yeah, he did, and I had it, and I thought I put it in my stuff.
That's okay. We'll find it. Okay, I've got it right here. Hang on. Let me get it up here. And
where did I see
guys,
that?
this was a beautiful thing. I thought it was damn awesome. Let me go ahead and get this up here.
Not just awesome, but damn
it was completely awesome. I mean, dropped me to the. I mean, my jaw dropped when I heard this, man. It was fucking fantastic. Now, what he's talking about, apparently Disney and some other corporations dropped their advertising dollars from X, and he was commenting on it during an interview this week, and this is what he had to say, boys and girls. Let's check it out.
You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean?
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go fuck yourself.
The guy's like his hand.
Go fuck yourself. I hope it is. Hey, Bob. You don't want them to advertise?
I mean, he calls out Bob Iger right there, man. It was great.
Elon Musk is great. I love Elon Musk.
Wow, that was awesome. I mean,
the guy that was interviewing him, Andrew Ross Sorkin, he was one of the basically showrunners for Billions, the hedge fund show, and I'm sure as he is listening to Elon Musk right there, he's thinking, well, that really should have been an episode in my show.
Right.
You saw he put his face up. The guy that was interviewing him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the guy was interviewing, put his face up to his mouth when Elon said, fuck yourself. And he's like, oh shit, Elon just said it.
Yeah, I mean, you heard everybody in the audience. They were just stunned. Like they thought maybe he was trolling, you know? And when he made it emphatic, when he used his hands to talk, it was like, wow, they all applauded.
Yourself.
Yeah, go.
Oh, and hi, Bob.
You know, it's so great.
Well, and Elon's net worth is more than Disney's market cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous. And there was an interview with Bob Iger where he said pretty much he was on schedule to leave in a couple of years. And
he said 2 years.
And he did. Look, man. They have lost so much money this year.
Who is that guy?
If what's coming out from Legal Mindset and WW Pro, he's going to leave. He's going to leave in handcuffs.
Yeah, it sounds like there's some bad shenanigans going on there.
Hey,
if Disney is boycotting X for being anti-Semitic, Elon Musk has pointed out he has provided the data that shows that TikTok and maybe it was Facebook, that there are other platforms that have more anti-Semitic material as a percentage or what have you.
Yeah.
X.
Something else. Disney pulled all its advertising off of X, and the amount of child grooming went down.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow. Yep. All the amount of child grooming posts went down as soon as they pulled all their.
Coincidence, John. Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here.
Who's the stockholder that was trying to get his name?
All right, move on. Nothing to see here. Please, Pittsburgh. Nothing to see here, please.
So,
exactly.
Who is the stockholder that was trying?
Nelson Peltz.
Yep.
Dude, what if Peltz and Elon join forces?
Oh, what they're afraid of right now, because the stock is still dropping. What they're afraid of is they're acquiring all this stock.
Yeah.
And they're afraid they're going to dump it all at once and really make that thing plummet.
Yeah. And then what if Elon goes in there and it's like, here's a prison for you, Peltz. Like,
yeah, Ariel was asking. So then Elon actually buy Disney? Well, see, here's the thing. There's this group that we're talking about. Nelson Peltz is trying to take over Disney right now, and it's a hostile takeover too. I mean, Iger's in a bad place right now.
He's in a terrible place.
Yeah, and he set up. I really believe he set up Chapek to fail, and to be the savior of Disney when he came back. I don't think he ever left that place. There's stories that he kept the same office the entire time. John, touch on what DW Pro and Legal Mindset were talking about earlier today. I didn't catch the whole story, but it's some kind of back dealing stuff.
Basically, there's a lot of financial shenanigans they've been doing with their Reedy Creek stuff, where they had a Disney employee basically making public loans to the public bond loans.
Oh shit! They messing around with bond money.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of
federal shit right there.
Stuff. Oh yeah. There's enough. There's a website. I'd have to get it from them. I don't remember what it is, but they've put it all online. Say, here's all the evidence. You can look it up for yourself.
No, it appears that Iger put himself in this position.
Well, and Chapek was running Disney about as much as Medvedev was running Russia. While he was president.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the thing is,
not at all.
I'm with you on that one, man.
Chapek was talking to DeSantis. Chapek came into this. He knew something was hinky. He was talking to DeSantis. Next thing you know, Chapek's gone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's something afoot there. There's something behind the scenes.
Oh yeah.
But, Chapek had that moment that from Goodfellas, where Joe Pesci walks into the the empty room
with plastic on the floor. Yeah.
Chapek had that moment whenever he discovered all that.
Shit.
Yeah.
He didn't even get the word shit out of his mouth.
Yeah. I've been maintaining that this is going to go into the history books, just like WorldCom and Enron have. It's going to be another lesson. There's going to be a new law that comes out.
Oh yeah.
That is inspired directly by all Disney's dirty dealings.
Yep.
One thing that I hope for in the end is that the different properties that Disney have that they get broken up. That way, maybe at least some of those franchises can be restored. What I would like to see is for the Saudis to start an entertainment company and to buy Star Wars, and there's not gonna be a Rey movie if that happens. Let me tell you.
No, that's for fact. That's for sure.
That's what I want.
You might never see a chicken in one of those movies again.
Well, you'll see their eyeballs, Joe.
Yeah, I was fixing to say you see it through slats. Yeah.
They'll put like some masks on and shit.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for the pop culture breakdown for this week. I had to get that Elon one in there because that was so fantastic. I just loved it, man. The worst offense by Bob Iger is that he likes pineapple on pizza.
There's nothing wrong with pineapple on pizza.
Oh my god,
you're a horrible person.
All right,
pineapple with ham and black olives.
I respected you once, John.
It's great.
It's gone.
I actually agree with him.
I have no problem with pineapple on pizza as long as it's with Canadian bacon. That combination works well together. The rest of it, no, you don't need it.
That's the only time I eat is when on Hawaiian pizza.
Canadian bacon.
If I were in prison, I would eat pineapple on pizza.
You'd have no other choice, would you? Shit. Okay, it is time to check out what we've got coming up at the movies this freaking month. Now, we've already had the first under our belt while we were gone, and we detailed earlier, you missed it, their knock, but the number one movie this week was Beyonce's concert movie. Oh, you were watching. Okay. So I just wanted to make sure you were up on it. Yeah, and the one that won out of the new movies was Godzilla. It was the new movie that did the best. Pretty interesting. So next up, let's take a look at I'm sorry about the flicker right there. I don't know what's going on with that. But next up on the 7th is something called Waitress the Musical. I have no idea what that is.
I think it's a musical.
Yeah, I would imagine it's a musical, and I'm not really interested in it.
Well, I know that Sarah Bareilles is a piano player, so
yeah,
makes sense.
okay. Let me blow this up.
You gotta blow it up.
Blow
it up. Blow it up.
Movie.
I want to see that.
Boy in the Huron. Okay.
That is Miyazaki. It's probably going to be one of his last, if not his last.
Okay. And this guy is a prominent anime producer, director.
Yeah, he makes the best. He has made the best anime movies of all time.
Really?
Yeah,
is he the? What's the floating house movie? I don't even remember the name of it.
Howl's Moving Castle. Yep.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. My daughter's a big fan of that one, so yeah, I can understand
Totoro.
that one.
He created Totoro. He made Spirited Away. He did Princess Mononoke.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know, it's just basically all the good anime movies. Grave of the Fireflies, probably one of the best anime movies of all time.
Okay.
That's his.
You guys see anything here you're interested in?
The Oath looked interesting.
I don't know anything about these. Eileen, The End We Start From, The Oath.
Yeah, The Oath looked interesting. It's like 400 AD in ancient America or something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll check it out, but I mean, I'm not going to go to the movies to see it. It's going to be a rental.
Yeah. 400 AD in a forgotten time of ancient America. A lone, what's that say? Hebark fugitive must preserve the history of his fallen nation while being hunted by ruthless tyrant, but rescuing the king's abused mistress could awaken a warrior's past. Okay.
Or in 400 AD, an abused mistress would also just be known as a mistress.
I was fixing to say just a regular mistress, pretty much in that time period, right?
If you set something in 400 AD, you're also not going to you're not looking to make a ton of money.
And it's Fast Charlie. Is that the one about the World War II guy that
Pierce Brosnan?
Yeah, it's got
I
Pierce
dig
Brosnan.
him. He's my favorite Bond. I dig him.
This is what I'm thinking of. There's one where he's like the old man from World War II that sneaks out to go to. No, this isn't it. Sneaks out to go to like a D-Day memorial reunion.
I love the girl that's in it though. That's the girl from Firefly.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord, she's gorgeous.
I never got the Pierce Brosnan hate for him as Bond. I never got.
Dude, he was a good Bond.
Yeah.
He was awesome Bond.
He only
that might be James Caan's last movie too.
What now?
No, not James Caan. Never mind. Sorry.
Okay, that's all right. But yeah, I've never understood the Brosnan hate either. He really should have done 6 of them. The 2 that Timothy Dalton did, which I'm glad he did them because I like Dalton. But the 2 he did were supposed to be Brosnan movies. That's when they wouldn't. The NBC Universal wouldn't let him out of his contract on Remington Steele, so they had to go to a different guy for Bond. Yeah, I dug the guy. When GoldenEye came out, if you guys remember, that franchise was on its last legs. I mean,
GoldenEye is awesome.
People did not react well to Timothy Dalton. Living Daylights did okay, but License Renewed or License to Kill didn't do well in the theaters.
And Pubescent and me enjoyed Famke Janssen.
Oh yeah, man. GoldenEye, dude, it rejuvenated the franchise. It did. I don't care what anybody says. And the video game, too. A lot of people dug that.
That's what I was about to say. The video game helped, too.
Yeah.
Well, the multiplayer option in the video game specifically.
Yeah, for sure.
The head-to-head. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was
they proceeded to put that head-to-head mode.
No using odd job.
In subsequent Bond games because it was so popular with GoldenEye.
Right. My favorite thing was running through that satellite dish, just wiping out hundreds of dudes at the end of it. I thought that was great. But and that's a first person shooter that I actually played, and enjoyed. But
GoldenEye?
Yeah. But
can't play Odd Job though.
No, you can't. But
I already made that joke. How dare
he made 4? Yeah. I was fixing to say he already said that. I enjoyed Pierce Brosnan, he's my favorite one. One of my favorites is the one where they had a villain that was like an evil Ted Turner, trying to take over the world through starting a war with China and covering it on television, kind of thing. That was pretty cool. It's called Tomorrow Never Dies. It had Michelle Yeoh and I always have a mental block in that girl's name that was on Lois and Clark. What's
Terry
the
Hatcher.
Terry Hatcher. Yeah, for some reason,
I watched that show religiously.
Ariel says, but Ted Turner is evil.
He is evil. He's a bastard.
The thing that dusted him off was Die Another Day, though. And it's got good moments in it. I really like the duel in the sword club, in the fencing club. I love that, where they were grabbing different weapons, and they ended up I think Bond had a claymore by the end of it. I can't remember what the other guy was using, but they were using all these different weapons in the fencing club that Madonna was an instructor in. But that part at the end with the ice thing and all that CGI just ruined it. When he was parasailing on a piece of that rocket car down an avalanche, that was just, come on, guys, you're going way too over the top. And that's when they decided, hey, we're going to go back to having a tough Bond and have real stunts and stuff. And that's when they went to Daniel Craig and started doing.
Boy, did they get a non-tough Bond?
Yeah. Look, Casino Royale was really good.
Yeah, he was tough in that.
He was a tough guy in that one. But as it went on, he and it's documented, man. It was Daniel Craig that wanted these changes to the character, and they went along with it. He wanted them to have long-term relationships with these women, and I'm like, dude, that's not Bond. What the hell,
that's not him.
Yeah.
The only long-term relationship he needs to have is with Miss Moneypenny.
That's it, with Moneypenny. No doubt. Mm-hmm.
Now, I will say this. I think they might have gone to the whole tough guy Bond thing in reaction to Bourne Identity. I think that at least may have been a factor.
Yeah.
That, and also went around that to 2005, 2006, the whole tough guy thing was, it was becoming a thing more so than it had been before.
Yeah. Let's see. On the Bond movies, were they supposed to have 4 to 5 movies for each actor that played Bond? That's about the average run. That's usually what they did. And this is the franchise that I always turn to when people for instance, with Black Panther, when they didn't recast the role and keep T'Challa's character going. I was like, why? Why not just recast? I mean, James Bond has been played by 6 different dudes now. 7 if you count several different kinds of movies that they've made of James Bond. You can always recast, man. You don't. It's upset me so much, that friggin' Black Panther 2 movie. It was. I mean, nobody's going to remember it because, and nobody's going to watch it again because it's a friggin' 2.5 hour obituary for T'Challa's character. For the actor. It's just. It was such a bad decision.
Well, we all know the best Bond is David Nevin.
Right? The OG, the guy from the first movie, right?
Chronologically,
from the first.
It's chronologically.
It
was the first Casino Royale.
Yeah.
But it's not part of. There's 2 movies that are outside the Broccoli family run, and that's that one and the remake of Thunderball. That's
Never
called
Say Never Again.
Never Say Never Again.
Yeah.
That one. That's the story behind that one's funny. I'm not going to bog down the show with the story of that one, but it was a contract dispute between the writer and the production company. Was how he got to make that. Outside of that,
and I really feel like with the Bond series, it wasn't until the Goldfinger was the 3rd movie, and I kind of felt like that was where it kind of found its legs as far as this is what a Bond movie is.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
The first couple were really good movies, but the 3rd one had the whole the
catchphrases, the toys, Q, the whole M and the whole
and the budget. I don't know if the budget was higher on the 3rd one, but it looked high. It looked like it was higher.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why Goldfinger is my favorite Bond movie.
Yeah. It's a great movie. Don't get me wrong, but my favorite's always been Thunderball, and it's just because of that underwater fight at the end of it. I just dig it, man. That is just so awesome. Of course, I'm in love with the ocean anyway, so I love the bad guy in it.
Other double O's,
huh?
Was it like the other double O's came in?
Actually, that was Felix Leiter had those were Americans that were backing him up.
Okay.
American Frogmen that were doing it. Yeah. That's who that was. That was Felix Leiter and all his guys. Yeah. They were American operators. But anyway, okay. I don't want to bog it down into a big Bond, a bunch of Bond stuff, but I could do an entire, and we'll have to do a show one of these days about Bond and our favorites and all that stuff, because I could talk about Bond all day. And Nick Weiser, if you're watching this on a replay, you haven't invited me on, and you're doing all the damn Bond movies. You pain in the butt.
Well, he already did all the ones I like.
I'm a big Bond fan.
Yeah.
I tell you what, you do Tomorrow Never Dies. I was on for Thunderball. He actually did Thunderball already. He did it like a year ago.
I wanted to do GoldenEye.
But if you do Tomorrow Never Dies and you don't invite me on there, I'm going to be mad, Nick.
I think he already did it.
No, he hasn't done it yet.
No.
Right now they're doing the Roger Moore ones.
Yeah.
Let's see. They did recast Black Panther, just turned it into one, right? Yeah. Well, I mean, you get what I'm saying. They should definitely have recast that role. I don't understand why they wouldn't. I have never watched a Bond movie. Well, I'll tell you what, Ariel, much like Barbie was not made for me, James Bond is not made for you, chick. Okay. Yeah. It's made for us guys. Every guy wants to be James Bond because he kicks ass, and he takes no girls' names, if you get my meaning. It's hit it and quit it with that dude. The only thing he's doing, girls are a means to an end for him in those movies. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool stuff. Gold anus, nice.
I hear Andrew Tate's a fan.
Right.
Bro.
Okay, so let's see what we got here. Of course, we're going to have a lot of these. A small Christmas, a small town Christmas. We got one of the religious movies, Christmas with the Chosen, Holy Night. Next up, the next big one looks like it's going to be Wonka.
Barf.
And it's I just. This one I don't understand. I don't get this one. I don't know why anybody
would. It's a Willy Wonka prequel.
It's a prequel.
It's a prequel.
Yeah. And Hugh Grant is all the.
Yeah, Hugh Grant is going to be all the Oompa Loompas. This scares me right off.
How did they not cancel this movie immediately?
Right. So,
what did Peter Dinklage have to say about it?
Yeah, right? Did he complain about it? He said that that's probably a response to what he said about Snow White. That's why we'll just use a washed up actor instead of a short one.
Yeah, I don't understand it. When I saw him under glass talking to him in one of the trailers, I was like, oh my God, how bad is this? Now I like the actor. I like Timothée Chalamet. I can't wait to see Dune Part 2. I still think it's
I want to see
Dune. Didn't put it out this year, but yeah,
I don't know. He's a little soft for a leading man. Little soft.
What? Yeah.
If you've read the book Dune, you know that that's exactly what they needed for that character.
He was soft in the beginning, but as time went on, he got more experienced and harder.
I mean, I guess I'm thinking more as Wonka.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Wonka. I mean, let's look at who's played him in the past. Okay, you got Gene Wilder, right? Who is the Willy Wonka in my mind?
He is the true Willy Wonka.
Right. Now, Depp, he had kind of a freaky look at it, kind of.
Well, Depp was kind of like how Willy Wonka was in the books.
Tim Burton. That's all I got to say.
It's Tim Burton.
It's Tim Burton. Yeah. I was trying to think of the name. I was like, yeah.
Because so Gene Wilder was more kiddish and stuff. They did take a lot of stuff from the book, but in the books, Tim Burton. Dark. Yeah, they really pulled the stuff how Willy Wonka was insane and like did the Tim Burton thing. So both of them.
The Richard Dahl book, Charlie and the Chocolate.
Oh yeah, it's called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's always been a little off. I thought Gene Wilder's portrayal of him being a little off was a little better, but I wasn't totally put off by Johnny Depp. Really wasn't. He was a sympathetic character, Yeah. The whole thing with his dad being a dentist, I thought was funny as fuck. That was really wild, man. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, it's Tim Burton. He's always going to be, his characters are always going to be offbeat, and him and Johnny Depp are gold. I mean, they do good stuff. I didn't hate Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, but I don't think it holds a candle to the original. The original is, I mean, that movie gets you on so many levels. It's just perfect. They did a fantastic job with that. Yeah, it's one of those movies that you could watch. It's like The Wizard of Oz. It is a timeless movie. And it always affects you the same way. You get the chills watching that movie at specific points because of how well they do it.
It also teaches a lesson.
Yes,
it does.
The consequences of your actions.
Wait,
every time one of those kids steps out of line, they suffer the consequences of their actions. Every last one of them does.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Joe. You seem to have a high tolerance for crap. Hey, man, let me tell you something. Some of my favorite movies, you would probably just go, ugh.
Dude. Okay, so Howard the Duck is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, we've talked about that.
Yeah, me and Joe, we're still planning something. It's gonna take some time. We're gonna go on Rumble, and I'm bringing some of the old school archivists, if they want to come on, back for this. And
you laugh at the kids that got caught. Absolutely.
Yeah, we were gonna do this a while back, but bullshit happened, and I didn't know Joe yet. And then things would happen. So yeah, at some point we are gonna do Howard the Duck only on Rumble.
Got to do a tribute to Howard.
Never
I love it.
Set a movie in Cleveland unless it's maybe Major League. That's
all. I love the way he said it too. Howard's like Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Okay. Has anybody heard about this one right here? It's not based on the video game, is it?
Control.
And it's not. Yeah. Control.
No, it doesn't
look
like
this, guys.
No, go back up because it said what it was about.
No, I'll get into it in a second. But look who's in it. Kevin Spacey is the voice in it. Yeah.
Mark Hampton.
He's been canceled for a while.
Lauren Metcalf. I haven't seen her in a long time.
Yep. British Home Secretary Stella Simmons drives home one night while engaging in an affair with the Prime Minister. The mysterious man remotely hijacks her self-driving car, forcing her on a rampage through London. What?
Okay.
Wow.
You told me rampage through London, and I'm okay.
So Kevin Spacey being in the movie as the voice, that must be talking about. Oh God, I lost the cast. Where did they go? That must have to do with the voice in the car, probably.
You can't
clicked on summaries.
Man.
Oh, did I? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
It's gonna be like
Pepperidge Farm remembers when IMDb was navigatable.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's also me being old and not knowing
No,
how to use it.
they've made it complicated.
Yeah, they have. That and the fact that, if you want the production company information and stuff like that, you have to pay to get it on here now.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
I still got to try out that other one, the TMDB.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be pretty.
The movie database. Yeah, I use that.
But I thought it was interesting that Kevin Spacey actually has a credit this year. Because he's been embroiled in some bad shit for a while now. It's ridiculous.
Well, if he's not on camera, that may be how they're trying to,
Yeah, if he's the voice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But it wouldn't be the first car rampage in London.
No.
Real life.
No, it sure wouldn't. Okay, let's see what's next up. Wonka was the next one. Okay,
well,
here's one. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
On
John.
the 15th,
mm-hmm.
There's Concrete Utopia, which is a Korean movie. Now, I've got it because it's already released in Korea.
Okay.
But it is a post-apocalyptic movie about a major earthquake that wipes out Seoul, and there's only one apartment building left standing in the whole place. So there's basically a fight to hang on to that building.
That actually looks good.
That sounds very South Korean.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see this now.
I haven't watched it yet because I haven't found that, because I've got to be in a mood and it's
it's dark as fuck.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be dark as fuck.
I've seen some of the Korean. Oh, they're dark as fuck.
Yeah.
You gotta.
A lot of people like them. I'm not really into them
because subtitles.
Subtitles, and I don't get along.
Yeah, and Jed's liking those are just the adult films.
All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, we got a couple on December 20th. Now this is when we got a bunch. We got a glut of them on the 1st, and on the 22nd, we're gonna get a glut of them again. All right, starting with. Now, you guys can laugh at me all you want.
I probably will.
So. The more I see trailers for this, the more I want to see it.
I'm with you.
Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom.
I'm going to go see it.
Yeah, I really think I'm going to have to pay the money to go see this
I got burnt the first time.
I liked
the first one. Yeah, I thought
James Wan hasn't dropped the ball for me yet. So I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt to see this.
Just like when the first Doctor Who anniversary special thing, I got burnt and I haven't watched the second one yet because Doctor Who came out as gay in the second episode now.
Okay, what's that got to do with Aquaman?
I'm just saying. Nothing. When I get burnt.
Nothing, absolutely nothing. Yeah. We're talking about Aquaman right now. Yeah, and by the way, whether you guys like it or not, it's the only DC Extended Universe movie to make $1 billion. The first Aquaman movie. Wonder Woman, which a lot of people consider the best of those movies.
Yeah, she didn't
even get $1 billion. But
especially
Aquaman,
that second movie.
But let's face it. It was the women going to watch Jason Momoa. Okay.
Yeah.
It was.
It's true.
They wanted to see Jason Momoa with his shirt off. With just what Equate said.
No, that's not it at all. No. I like Patrick Wilson, first of all. I think he's a very underrated actor. I dig the guy that plays Ocean Master in this. And the latest trailer really is punching home the family dynamic of it. And are
we punching Amber Heard in the face, hopefully?
I don't know. I'm not even concerned with that chick. As far as I'm concerned, on a movie screen, she's just supposed to look good. And she does that just fine. So, hey.
Yeah, only if she would shut her mouth,
Yeah. I mean, hey, look, let me tell you something. When I saw Justice League, it was one of the hottest chicks I've ever seen on film in that flick. Okay. I'm sorry that she looked amazing in that movie. Now,
she did.
They overdid it in the Aquaman film with her red hair. I mean, that was the worst dye job I've ever seen in a movie. But in that Justice League movie, she was smoking. When I saw that, I was like, oh my God, who is this chick? Let's see. Not as hot and sexy at Joe and Jed, but he's a close third. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Ariel.
But yeah, I'm the ads that have come out for this thing really. I'm interested now. I wasn't before, but I'm interested now. I am, and I think I'm going to go see that one. Mm-hmm. Another one that's coming out is a romantic comedy with our guy from Top Gun Maverick and one of the cuter girls on the scene these days, Sydney Sweeney. Apparently they're exes that run into each other again. So that'll be
actually
good.
I heard about this.
Good to take your girl to. So those of us that have significant others have something to take their girl to on Christmas. Good to see you, Wook. Good to see you, man. And
hey, Wookie,
yeah, Clay, I hear you, man. It's not something that I would go see by myself, but with my wife, I'd go see this. Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I'm not in for romantic comedies. That's not my jam.
Yeah. Well, hey, look, some of my favorite movies actually are Jerry Maguire being one of them. Jerry Maguire is one of the greatest movies.
Show me the money.
Some of the John Cusack rom-coms are pretty good.
Yeah, they were pretty
Point
good.
Blank is one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm. An American President with Michael Douglas and Annette Bening. I love that movie. It was the precursor to The West Wing. I mean, the same guy that did the TV series The West Wing did that movie too.
That's an Aaron Sorkin. I'm not an Aaron Sorkin fan at all.
Yeah. Well, I am. I enjoy that stuff. Yeah.
I'm just saying, I personally am not.
Right.
What was the name of that movie, Joe? What's the name of the movie?
An American President, or this one?
Yeah,
this one. Anyone But You is the name of the movie. Yeah.
Okay.
I like the guy. I like him. I want to see what his career is going to turn out to be. I still haven't seen what's the name of the World War II film he was in as a pilot. God Almighty, you guys know what
Devotions.
It was the first one he did after Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, World War II. No, that's Devotion's Korean.
Was the one that had Jonathan Majors?
Was Devotion Korean? I thought it was a World War II movie. It's Devotion.
I'm pretty sure Devotion's Korean. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I like I said, I haven't seen it, so I just remember him being a pilot in it. So, but that's, if you need something to take your chick to, there you go. You got something. But this one right here, and I know Knock wanted to talk about this one.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
I want to see this one too. I'm not sure if I'm going to go to the theater to see it, but I'll definitely watch it.
I'm going to see this in theaters.
This is the one that I'm taking my best friend to on Christmas. I always go see a movie on Christmas, and we're going to take Chris to go see this because this one is going to have his favorite wrestler ever in it. I'm not sure who's playing him. I'll have to look it up real quick. It's Kerry Von Erich. Kerry Von Erich's his favorite wrestler ever, and this guy, Jeremy Allen White, is playing him. But if you haven't seen Zac Efron, Zac Efron
looks like He-Man.
Yeah. You guys want to watch the trailer real quick?
We won't get hit for it, will we?
Well, we might. But hey, I've got it set up to where we could.
Dude, saying, if they could do proper He-Man, I'm just saying, like he said, Zac Efron looks like He-Man.
With that haircut, yeah,
dude, and we know he can act sometimes, so
Oh, dude,
Okay.
Well,
he could be in the next He-Man movie. Get do a proper Masters of the Universe movie,
right?
The important thing with that maneuver that Ariel's talking about is you don't want a bunch of hot butter on the
right.
No, it doesn't work because you get
don't want a lot of salt either. I would think.
Well, the salt goes in the hole, and all this other shit. You don't want that.
I was going to bring a Cracker Jack bag.
Let's check this out real quick. This is Iron Claw. Now, if you guys don't know what this is about the Von Erich family. The patriarch being Fritz Von Erich, who was a famous wrestler in the 50s and early 60s, and his sons took over in the 70s. And it's really, guys, it's an American tragedy. But let's check out the trailer real quick.
The Sportatorium.
Yep.
Ever since I was a child, people said my family was cursed.
That is Zac Efron right there.
Mom tried to protect us with God.
Yeah.
Pop tried to protect us with wrestling.
Dude, him looking like that is
Nothing had ever hurt us. I believed him.
That is them. Let's see. We got Carrie. We got Zach's playing Kevin, right?
Yep.
I can't remember the other two's names.
David was one of them.
David, I think, is the tallest one. He's that guy with the long hair, and I can't remember the other one's name. But and the smallest one, the first one that died he was an infant. Wasn't he electrocuted? I think something like that. But man, guys, if you knew the story of this family, go see this movie. It's something else, man.
We all did.
Look at this guy.
Pants tomorrow, please, David.
Perry, I want you to join your brothers in the ring.
Yes, sir. I love that.
That is Kerry Von Erich. That's the guy. He probably went the furthest out of all of them. But I think that David probably, if he'd lived, would have been the greatest wrestler in that entire family because he was huge. He stood almost a foot over Kerry. It's ridiculous how big that guy was.
Now, we all know Kerry's my favorite, then Kev, then David, then Mike. But the rankings can always change.
Mike is the other one.
More ribs?
I want to be with my family. Be with my brothers.
What do you like to do with your brother?
Yeah, man. Did he? I mean, he couldn't have done that without steroids, I would think. As quick as he did that.
There had to be some help there. Yeah.
He's definitely on performance enhancers.
You're saying he was on that MCU diet?
Yeah.
MCU diet. Bro.
But this stuff right here at the Sportatorium looks awesome.
I love how they did the music to this.
Together, we can do anything.
We're here to restore justice to the Wrestling Federation that our father built.
Ric Flair getting
Sportatorium, there it is, man. Yep. But the uniforms and everything in this, it's spot on for the era. This is the mid 70s in wrestling when we still had the territories. The WWE and WWF wasn't a thing yet.
Yeah.
This was Texas wrestling, and Mid-South was right next door, based in Louisiana. It was actually based up here in Shreveport. They filmed their episodes up here, and sometimes they crossed over and wrestled each other. I know one of the biggest rivalries was the I want to see. I'm pretty sure Michael P.S. Hayes is going to be in this. I think they're going to have you can't do a story about the Von Erichs without the Fabulous Freebirds. You just can't.
They just showed who was playing them run into the ring in that first wrestling match.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But Ric Flair is going to be in this. I mean, you know, they're all going to be in it, man. It's going to be good.
That's who he just did the.
So what do you think?
The flip off the ropes and flip him over.
Yeah.
Don't we, Uncle?
Yes, sir. Oh man, that makes me so happy.
I talk to you about.
Tell me that these guys, man. Wow.
Yeah, ESPN would show wrestling from the Sportatorium in the late 80s, early 90s. But it was after it had already kind of had its heyday.
Yeah, it was post this stuff. Yeah.
I say that Vince trying to buy out and get rid of everything is the thing that made everything just worse. You know, trying to take everybody.
You can say what you want about Vince, but he did come up with WrestleMania. He came up with the show of shows. I mean, he's done some good things.
He did some good things, but he tried to put everybody out of business, and now we're only with.
Well, he screwed his own father over. We don't need to get into it about Vince.
Yeah.
But check
something, Mom. Dad's too tough on us. You gotta say something.
Baby, that's what your brothers are for.
Feel that? You feel that? That's pressure. You're pushing too hard.
I'm fine, kid. Seriously, I'm just sick.
I'm scared, man. It all out of control.
Yeah, Kerry was mentally unstable. That's all I could say. He was.
Yeah.
And a lot of people say that Fritz drove him too hard, and this is, I guess, to give you a reference, if you're not a wrestling fan, this is the Jacksons.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? This is the equivalent. This is the wrestling version of the Jacksons. Joe Jackson was, ruled with an iron fist, and Fritz with an iron claw.
That's a terrible accident.
I should have stopped him. I need to think about my family.
Your job is to wrestle. Live up to that deal, or we are through. I told you to look out for him!
I just love being out there with you guys. It's the only thing that matters to me.
Man, the wrestling stuff looks awesome. It really does, man.
Ric Flair about to get punched.
Yep.
The Bonner will forever be the greatest family in the history of wrestling.
Ric Flair, the Nature Boy. Yeah, that one looks really, really good.
I just imagine Ric Flair hearing about the casting and being like, "I can play myself," and them being like, "No."
Oh yeah, right. You could see that, couldn't you?
So I want to see what Ariel said right there. Competition is good. If you drive everybody else out of everything else and you're the only one there, everything stagnates. Nothing happens.
Yeah, because you don't have anything. You don't have anything to prove. You're the only product.
Yeah,
that's what happened with Madden.
Yeah.
It's a clear-cut case. Or
yeah,
if there is no competition, there's no drive to be better.
Yeah, you need competition
because you're the only one.
Yeah,
you just get by with the bare minimum.
In wrestling, your job is to make the other guy in the ring look good.
Yes, absolutely.
Was it Terry that lost his feet or foot?
It's Kerry Von Erich, and yes, he had a motorcycle wreck and lost one of his feet. And there was an embarrassing moment. That's really what ended his career. He was wrestling in the ring, and he had a prosthetic boot, and it came off during the match. And it pretty much, he wasn't credible after that. The whole story of this, they actually brought another wrestler in as like a brother of the family that wasn't a brother, and that's going to be shown in here too, because I looked at the character list and who's playing who, and they actually have, I think it's Lance Von Erich was the guy's name. It was the character's name, and they lost a lot of credibility when all that happened. But it's going to be an interesting story. It looks like, just from seeing the trailer, we don't know yet, but it looks like they're going to paint it like Fritz drove him too hard. You know what I mean? And hey, Fritz came up in a different era, man. When you wrestled injured and all that shit,
I
mean, it was a different time, man. They bladed each other all the time in the ring,
Yeah,
and
Flair talked about, and like that's the reason why Flair has so many. His head's so fucked up, and everything else, and Triple H too.
But that one is going to be fun. What now? Here's the thing, Knock. What drew you to this movie when I know you're not a big wrestling fan? What drew you to this movie?
Well, I mean, I'm not a wrestling fan now, but I was.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The Attitude Era was my peak.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, it was. I always gravitate to movies and shows where I like one of the actors.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, the one that plays Carrie, is one of. I enjoyed him in Shameless, and I think he's.
Oh yeah, he
awesome.
plays a chef.
Okay.
In something.
That's in a different TV show, but
you're saying he's a good up and coming actor.
So I really like him. So and then he looks a lot different in this one because he bulked up a lot.
All of these guys did. Good Lord, man! Wow.
So I really like him. So and then I was like, holy shit, that's Zac Efron. So I was like, no.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw the trailers. I tell you what, watching trailers in a theater is a lot different than watching trailers on a TV screen.
Oh yeah, it is much more impactful. Yeah,
so
no doubt.
The two movies I saw in theaters. What did I go? I saw a couple movies a couple weeks ago, and this trailer played in both of them, and just like, all right, yeah, I'm kind of hyped for it.
I think you went and saw Hunger Games. I know you went and saw.
I saw Hunger Games, and God bless, man, I can't believe I can't remember.
Don't know.
Oh, Ariel's trolling now. You see the last one she said.
Yeah, I put it up there. I saw it.
That's a troll.
Mm-hmm.
She's getting better then, because
But yeah, we've got those three coming out on the 2nd, and then oh god, there's 3 more coming out on Christmas Day. Now, 2 of them I might be interested in, but one of them I don't know who asked for this movie. But the first one they've got on this slate is The Color Purple, the musical.
Oh,
it was Napoleon. That was the other movie I saw.
Napoleon, yeah. That movie's lost steam, man. Did you like Napoleon, by the way?
It was all right. You know what? And when I reviewed it the other week or last week or whatever it was, I enjoyed Hunger Games way more.
Yeah.
I felt like the pacing was a big issue in that one. I think it's super difficult to put Napoleon's career in less than 3 hours.
Right.
And it showed.
Wow.
What is she saying? Now I can see Joe, Jed, and John doing Christmas Carol intervention on me. Joe being Ghost of Past. Of course I'm the past. Jed present and John being future. There you go. There you go.
John, and you like
we might have to make that happen for Christmas. Yeah. You never know, man. But yeah, who asked for this movie right here? Can somebody tell me who asked for this movie? No one. Okay. That's what I thought.
Nobody here. See, because
Joe, look. This movie isn't for you. Okay.
No, it's obviously not for me. But look, here's the thing. If you've seen the original, it's a good movie. That the original one with Danny Glover and Whoopi Goldberg and who else? God, I think every African American actor in the world was in that movie, and it's based on a decent book, and it tells the struggles of a African American woman at a certain time in history when they were pretty much, the bottom of the food chain. You know what I mean? And I thought it was a good movie.
Would have been a bold casting move to do some race swaps on this one.
Right?
Oh, that would have been I know, right?
Oh man. But I don't understand why you'd make a musical out of this depressing subject matter. I just, if you've seen the other one, you'd understand what I'm talking about. I don't get why you'd make this. But anyway, the next one we got is, and these are all coming out on the 5th. I like Donald Driver, and he's going to be in a biopic called Ferrari. He's going to play
Enrico Ferrari.
The Enrico Ferrari, yes, and that looks interesting to me. I think that's something maybe Whoopi Goldberg asked for. Yeah, right. Well, Oprah had a lot to do with the first one. She was in it too.
Well, Oprah and Whoopi have stake in that movie.
Yeah,
they get huge percentages off of that. Mm-hmm. So one of those two had to say something.
But man, I don't know if you guys are fans of Donald Driver. I thought he was the best thing.
Adam Driver.
Did I say Donald?
Yeah,
he was good too.
Adam Driver is fantastic. I love him, and I don't know how many of you guys know this, but he's an ex-Marine. He was a Marine. He got drummed out on a medical, I think. But
the ears were too big. Had to kick him.
Is that what it was? Yeah. The taxi cab with the doors wide open. He could. They were afraid they're going to get blown off in combat. Is that what it was? But yeah, he's playing, and Michael Mann is directing. And I don't know if you guys are fans of Michael Mann, but I dig him. I love everything he does. I've never seen anything he made I did not like. Some of his stuff is a little slower than other stuff, but man. Dude, this guy knows how to make a movie.
Now, sometimes Driver he will draw a scene out a little bit too long.
What is it now? What'd you say?
Sometimes Michael Mann will draw a scene out a little bit too long.
Yeah, I hear you. Knock, what were you saying?
No, I was just saying they dyed his hair gray. They couldn't find an older actor to do this. This is ageism.
Man,
what's going on here? Man, I thought we were above this now, but now we just do whatever we want.
He's not even
West out here.
I think it's going to be good, man. Michael Mann, he can get long-winded sometimes, but I mean, some of his stuff like Heat, that movie's almost 3 hours long, and I could watch that on a loop. It is just a fantastic movie. I love that flick.
I think he did Ali.
He did do Ali. Yeah. Matter of fact, Ali is the movie that started my family tradition of going to see a movie on Christmas Day. We went and saw that on Christmas Day. Took my mother to see it in 2001. Yeah.
I didn't care for the Miami Vice movie with Colin Farrell and Jamie Foxx. He did.
What about it now?
I didn't care for that.
You didn't like that one? Yeah. It definitely wasn't the television show. Yeah. I always call that one Miami Heat. Instead of Miami Vice. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. That's what it came off as to me.
Had the original Hannibal Lecter with Manhunter,
right?
With William Peterson.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely, man. Manhunter is a great movie, and I think that may have been his first film credit because he was doing music videos before he was doing movies. And I think Manhunter may be his first film credit. I'd have to look it up. But
if you like Red Dragon, then watch Manhunter because there's a lot of similarities with those.
Yes, there is. And the guy that plays Hannibal Lecter in that movie is really good, man.
I mean, in some ways, at least some I think are like scene for scene.
Yeah.
Red Dragon and Manhunter. It's like Red Dragon's like a remake. But
the only thing about it though is the Red Dragon is more the character of the main character is more like the guy in the book in Red Dragon. He's got PTSD, kind of thing, and he gets too much into these guys' heads. In Manhunter, William Peterson's character is like the character he played in To Live and Die in L.A. He's got balls that come in a dump truck and he ain't scared of shit, which is not what the guy's like in the book. Okay. But Manhunter's a really good movie, though. Yeah, the guy that played the killer in it. God, I'm trying to remember. Let me look it up real quick.
It's Brian. Is it Brian Cox?
No, it's not Brian Cox. Brian Cox is a really good villain. He was in RoboCop and Total Recall, but this guy, he's been in several things, but he's really creepy in this movie, man. Let me see. Where's my search? Okay. Manhunter.
Yeah, I think it is Brian Cox.
Is it Brian Cox? It can't be. If it is, I'll be shocked. Let's see. Manhunter, 1986. And the cast is... No, Brian Cox plays Lecter in it. He's the guy that plays... He's the guy that plays Lecter.
I thought that's who we're... I'm sorry. I thought that's who
I was talking about the killer. I was talking... Yeah. Tom Noonan plays the killer in it. And he is creepy as fuck in that movie, man. And Dennis Farina is in it, and that right there tells you that Michael Mann's hands are on that movie, because he started using that guy back in the 90s.
He has his hand all over that shit. He's like, what over here?
So Tom Noonan was the Ray Fiennes character.
Right. Exactly. He was the killer in the movie. Yeah, absolutely. But Brian Cox, I forgot that's him playing Hannibal Lecter, man. And he's good at it, boys and
I think
girls.
I seen this on Riff Tracks.
It's a good movie, dude.
Yeah.
Check it out sometime. If you've seen Red Dragon, like Matt said, some of the scenes are scene for scene from that flick right there. But you'll enjoy it, man. It's good stuff. Let's see. So we got through Ferrari. Now this one, I can't remember. Somebody on this panel told me to check this one out too. It's called The Boys in the Boat. Kind of a freaky title. But apparently it's a period piece.
Boys in the Boat.
Set in the 1930s.
Bad joke.
It's a story centered around the University of Washington's rowing team, from their Depression era beginnings to winning gold at the 1936 Berlin Olympics.
God, we're running out of sports to.
Yeah,
is that
that's
what
I was? That's what
I was. I'm getting Chariots of Fire vibes from this. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. This might be.
I'm thinking Rudy.
So, Doc, you haven't been just itching for a 1930s rowing movie?
We had that with Chariots of Fire, bro.
It's not been. The last time I got exciting for rowing was watching Wednesday. That competition.
George Clooney, is he directing?
Oh, I know. That Wednesday one was awesome.
Hang on, let me look. Yeah. Look at this. Okay. I hear you, Clay. Yeah. Apparently, Clooney is directing this flick. So, there you go.
Boys in a Boat.
Boys in the Boat. George Clooney.
It sounds like a gay porno. The Boys in the Boat.
You know. Yeah, it does. But that's the when I saw the trailer for it, it definitely made me think of Chariots of Fire. Who knows, man? It might get some Oscar buzz. You never know. Who knows? But I don't think there's anything else this month. There might be. Let me take a look. On the 30th. Yeah, what is up with all these Dracula movies coming out around Christmas? They've got like 3 of them.
Oh! I just watched a movie with Amber last night. It was really good, actually.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me find it.
Look at this. On the 30th, guys. Let me put it up here. On the 30th, we got Vengeance of Dracula, which I think is a third in a series that's coming out this month. I think. Do you know what I'm talking about, John?
Yeah, I
don't. Okay. Crypt of Evil, He Killed in Ecstasy, and Death Walks Behind You. What is with all of these horror movies on the 30th, man?
I don't know.
What is up with that? That is crazy.
The same person is in He Killed in Ecstasy and Death Walks Behind You. In fact, the same cast.
That's what it looks like. Yeah.
That's wild.
That?
Okay, so I watched.
They must be connected.
Yeah,
it does.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched. Let me see. I watched.
Same thing with Vengeance of Dracula too. They're all.
Yeah.
All those movies are connected.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. This is really weird, man.
I watched the last
horrorverse. What?
What?
That's what it looks like. Let's take a look. We got We got The Vengeance of Dracula. I could have sworn there was like 3 Dracula movies coming out this month, all in a row.
Well, they already had one Dracula movie come out.
Or they could just be confusing people, and they give it a different name for each country it airs with a different poster.
But yeah, right, yeah, have it all come out in with different names.
Craven on the Craven adventure. A group of friends quickly becomes a prison.
Iden amongst what? I don't understand half of what that says. This is crazy. But anyway, I was just that kind of freaked me out. I'm like, why are they releasing so many damn horror movies? And now I'm looking and I see it is all the same people making these movies. That's pretty wild. I don't know why you'd want to do that around Christmas though. I find that very strange. You know,
they're like, there's not going to be any Halloween movies around this time. That's when we have to do it.
That's when we got to do it. That's right.
So the movie that I saw,
Ariel.
last night.
What's this? So many guys want to.
Yeah.
God, bad.
So
yeah, each play's like what?
Yeah. So no, so I'm taking off Thursday and Friday before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So my plan is to watch Godzilla, Iron Claw, and Aquaman 2.
Yeah,
see all
those are the ones you want to see. Yeah.
Yep.
We're definitely going to see Iron Claw and Aquaman. Mm-hmm. We're definitely going to see those two. I want to go see Godzilla, but I just don't know if my wife's going to be down with it. You know, because Xmas is the best time for horror movies. No.
So look at this, Joe. I'm putting it in the chat so everybody. The Last Voyage of Demeter. I saw that last night with Amber.
Oh, okay, all right. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, we both liked it, but it was kind of predictable. It's slow, but then picks up like hardcore.
Well, if you've read Dracula, you know what happens.
Here's the thing, and me and her were talking during the movie and shit. We're like, they kind of did. There was a few things I was pointing out. And she goes, yeah, I know. They left out, but it's kind of true to the book. It's really good. Go see, if you love Dracula and you love horror movies, go, like she just said in the chat, it's more in tune with the book.
Yeah.
When we watched
it's based on a single chapter of
It's based on one chapter of the book.
Yeah. It was a 2.5 hour movie based on one chapter. It was really good, actually.
So, Matt, what do you is anything on this slate something you just can't live without?
There's probably nothing in December that I'd absolutely have to see in the theater.
Yeah.
The last time I went to the theater,
you already saw the Taylor Swift, so it's already out
true.
the window.
Tay-Tay.
Tay-Tay. It's already
Taylor Swift. You go.
The last thing I saw in theater was the Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning. So it's been a few months.
Mm-hmm. Okay, John, we already know your favorite movie already came out. So
yeah, I've already seen what.
I'm still waiting to see it. So.
I might go see if I can swing it. I might go see The Shift.
Yeah,
but that I can even wait until it comes on streaming for.
Yeah.
So I had to see Godzilla in the theater. That's why I drove so far to see it.
Now, are you going to go see Aquaman?
Yeah, I'm going to see Aquaman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm not as hyped as I am for Godzilla, but, I'm still looking forward to it. Like I said, I enjoyed the first movie, and James Wan hasn't screwed it. He hasn't really dropped the ball for me yet in any of his stuff.
What is it about horror directors? They do really good superhero movies. Sam Raimi's good at it.
Yeah.
Those James Wan, man. What about you there, Knock? You already detailed what you're going to see. Yeah. Is there anything else on the slate that?
No, I mean the Silent Night looked kind of interesting, and then the Shift looked kind of interesting. But I'm not going to see them in theaters. I got my picks for this month. So
yeah. Oh my God! The last movie I saw in a theater was Star Trek II last year with my father. Very cool, man. That's kick-ass. I wish my independent film house would show that.
No, that's a different movie, Joe.
Star Trek 2?
No, Kick-Ass.
Oh.
It was a stretch. I gave it a try.
I guess I that one went right over my head like a Ferrari.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It was a stretch.
Does John drive like he does while playing his games? No, No. So when are they going to have
a speeding
that
ticket,
Aquaman Godzilla crossover?
Dude,
Shoot,
Godzilla.
man. You don't. I don't think Aquaman wants any of that shit.
No.
Let's see. Wookie Be Bad says Aquaman will hang out with my buddy Jack. Jed, is there anything you just got?
Okay, so yeah, we did a list, and this is what is on our list, and I'm putting in the chat right now.
Okay.
Now, are these movies that's on the theater list, Jed? Not movies in general.
Yeah. Well, look.
Yeah, Silent Night. He's got Silent Night. Blackwood. Okay. What is Blackwood?
Hard Day. This is me and her. The stuff we and her picked.
Hard Days Do Justice. The other three, I don't even know what that is. But
they weren't even on the list.
Never heard of them. No. Yeah, they weren't on. Yeah.
They're not on the December list, but
so Silent Night.
Silent Night's there, though.
There we go.
Yeah. Silent Night. Silent Night, I can wait. The Shift, I can wait. Aquaman, I want to go see. I want to go see that one.
The thing with Silent Night is I'm not going to go see it, but I'm only going to want to watch it during Christmas time, and then by the time it's streaming.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you got to go now, right? I tell you, the one that I really, if I could choose one that I'd want to go see above all the rest of them, though, it's probably Ferrari, man. I like period pieces about real people.
Didn't you like the last Ferrari movie that came out?
No, I haven't seen Ford versus Ferrari. I haven't seen that one yet. It's the Matt Damon factor. Anytime I see him and it's not a Bourne movie, I'm just kind of scared by it. The only reason why I went and saw Oppenheimer is because Cillian Murphy was in it. He actually was a lead character in a movie. Finally, for once,
FK did make a brilliant observation. Next year is the 50th anniversary of Blazing Saddles. They're not going to say anything about it.
Well,
they're not going to say a damn word about it.
I would love to see my independent movie house show that one.
Oh yeah,
because I think I might.
Where are the white women at?
I might buy about 20 tickets and give them out to friggin' recent high school graduates to go see that movie.
No.
You know what I mean? Watch them go, woo! Freak out, man.
Go to the nearest college and hand them out.
This is not okay.
Yeah. This is not okay. Yeah, they'd get offended, wouldn't they?
Oh yeah, a bunch of these like soft marshmallow-ass motherfuckers, and they all get offended.
Well, hey, man, it's all about how you're raised, and that's how these have been raised. It's yeah.
I actually can go to my actual same theater that I've always gone to for Godzilla. I don't have to travel.
Nice. I got to look mine up. Yeah. My doctor just talked with me, and I may be getting out tomorrow. Good deal. That's good news, Ariel. I like to hear that. So maybe I'll be able to see Godzilla now. Yes. Tim says, I will see if it is in theater. It's just a man and his horse being
So I can just imagine Ariel talking to her doctor now. The doctor's like, okay, you're going to go home, get some rest, right? Now I'm going to go see Godzilla.
I'm going to go see Godzilla and get my heart rate all up. Yeah. Yes.
My local theater just started this week this weekend carrying Godzilla. I'll get to see it again.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Well, it's making money, so they're going to want to show stuff that's going to make money. I mean, and that's the way it should be. If something's proven, it's got a proven track record, it's got good word of mouth, then that's what they need to put in the theaters to get people going back. I mean, I love the theater experience. I'm never going to stop going to the theater until they shut the doors on the son bitches, because I think it's the best way to see a movie. I think it's the best. No matter how good your home entertainment center is, unless you're rich and got, one of these huge screens in your house, it's never going to be the same as sitting in a movie theater. I always go back to when they showed Jaws at my local one, and my daughter was in town. I said, come on, I'm going to take you to go see this. Oh, I've seen it before. We walk out of the theater, and she goes, man, Dad, that movie's really scary in the theater. I said, yeah, it's not the same as watching it on TV, is it? So
I think it'd be kind of cool to the quantum leap back to the silent film era where they had like the orchestra pits.
Yeah.
And like they played music during the movie and that kind of stuff.
You know what's really cool to go see, and I got to see this, is go see Metropolis like that.
Right.
That was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I got to go see that so.
Tim,
which, by the way, that reminds me, you said Metropolis. I think Francis Ford Coppola is is either shooting or editing Megalopolis, which is supposed to be like his grand finale as a filmmaker.
Really?
So we'll see what happens with that movie. I don't know too much about it, but it's supposed to be, everything's going to be on a grand scale with it.
If IMDb has anything on it real quick before we get out of here. You said Megalopolis?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see a release date on it yet. Whatever, just from Google. But
here it is. Megalopolis. An architect wants to rebuild New York City as a utopia following a devastating disaster. And I think that's Coppola's face next to it. It says it's in post-production. Okay. Hang on, let me throw this up there,
is he going to pass it on to his daughter now after?
I don't know. Looks like we got stills from it already. Wow.
But he has spent years and years.
Aubrey Plaza's in it?
Aubrey Plaza's in it.
Adam Driver?
Adam Driver. Yeah, man. Directed and written by Francis Ford Coppola.
Well, Jason Schwartzman, that's his nephew, I believe.
Is that right?
I think that's Talia Shire's son.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
John Voight,
James Remar,
Dustin Hoffman, I'm okay.
Shia LaBeouf, just do it.
Just do it.
Forrest Whitaker, Lawrence Fishburne.
Which Lawrence Fishburne worked with him in Apocalypse Now.
Giancarlo? Oh my God.
D.B. Sweeney.
Wow. This has got a cast, man.
Yeah, dude. He
Where did you hear about this from, Matt?
I
heard about it 2 or 3 years ago. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't know if it's a development hell, but it's taken a long time to get to where it is now.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be like his magnum opus.
Yeah. That's cool. I will be keeping my ears open for that. Ask a question about theaters. Would you guys go to a theater to watch older movies? Like if the theater was built to mainly only play older movies? Yeah.
Oh, that's I had an idea for that at one point.
The independent movie houses do. They show not just today's independent movies, today's foreign films, but they also show, like, just recently, the Robinson Film Center here in downtown Shreveport showed Back to the Future. I mean, my favorite birthday party, I got my Steve Largent signed jersey and had a dinner down there at the theater on the second floor, and then we all went down to the main theater and watched Enter the Dragon, my favorite martial arts movie. And that was made in the 70s. I mean, yeah, I would.
And there's a website called They Shoot Pictures, Don't They? Which is a takeoff of They Shoot Horses, Don't They? But anyway, it has all kind of list of great classic films. So if you're trying to find a good, different list of classic films, different genres, They Shoot Pictures, Don't They? Is a good one. So.
Yep.
And I love The Last Dragon, Joe.
The Last Dragon's a great movie.
Joe, Last Dragon's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. Throws back hand to my forehead and faints. Yeah, that kind of movie house would probably make money. It would just depend on what they were showing, if they would see older films. Yep. Mm-hmm. Do these theaters have to pay movie studios a piece of the ticket money for showing them? Yes, they do. And any film the royalties have to be paid. Now, when a movie first comes out, it's about 50%. It's a 50-50 split, but the older the movie is, it's a lot less.
And that's the reason why they bump up the prices in the concessions on purpose.
Yeah.
The concessions is where they make their money.
Yeah, that's where they really make their money.
It's been rumored that, that Disney would take a higher percentage than some other studios, especially for their big budget films.
Oh my God, I'm shocked.
Unbelievable. All right, boys and girls. Anybody need to push anything before we get out of here? Been a fun discussion of the movies. I personally, Aquaman, Iron Claw, that's going to be my slate. That, and if I could squeeze in Ferrari, I want to see that one badly. So, anybody need to push anything before we get out?
Well, I wanted to make sure Roadhouse is not starting to the new year, where I'm totally rebooting it, and there's also already people in it that we're already talking about. So no Roadhouse until January. because I want to come out and redo everything. Like, not everything, but I want to give it a new coat of paint. And I'm taking some advice that a lot of people told me. So, and I'm going to try to rein back on some stuff. So, have a decent show, man.
Yeah.
When you say rebooting Roadhouse, you don't mean Jake Gyllenhaal, right?
No,
Jake McGregor. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I did.
Holland.
Yeah. So in January, the Roadhouse is coming back. So
cool.
Yeah.
Well, I personally think. What is the number you picked?
And one more thing. Yeah. Like I've already floated this out with Joe. Roadhouse may not be on a Friday no more. So just giving it out there.
Yeah.
And so
but he's wanting me to be on the show, and I work every Friday and Saturday. So
yeah, and I'm like, it may be on a Sunday night. So
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, me and Joe got to talk.
But I think it's good for you to take a break, Jed, and just reboot. Yep, recharge your batteries. I already know you're getting into stuff you dig, and that's awesome. You need to do that. Sometimes you just gotta step back and reboot, man. Nothing wrong with it. Hell, every big time franchise does it. Yeah. I use the Bond flicks as a measuring stick. They have to rejuvenate themselves every once in a while.
And Matt's even done it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So,
anybody else got anything? Yeah. No.
Because you're going to be pushing where I'm going to push. So
yeah, absolutely. Now there is one other thing of a pop culture nature I do want to push today before we get out of here, and I think I created a quick shortcut to it. Yes, I did. This is something that our good friend Gary from Pop Culture Minefield has started. He's got a page up on fundmycomic.com. And we're going to watch a trailer real fast. It's not very long, but this is for his comic book. So if you guys would check this out, and definitely if you've got the
Seattle Vigilante. Like so many comic heroes, this warrior hides his identity. But his identity isn't the only secret he has to keep. After grievous wounds received during combat, Tier 1 operator John Russell begins to recover and comes to terms with his new reality of being an amputee. And as he learns how to use his new prosthetic limb, he finds himself caught up in the bureaucratic red tape that too many wounded veterans experience, the exhausting medboard process.
And yes, that's Tom Connor's voice.
Frustration, John takes out on the criminal scum of the city. But when reality kicks in, John realizes he started something that's having an impact on the greater world around him, and thus has to reevaluate his motives. And moreover, just how far is John willing to go to finish this war he's declared against the criminals in Seattle? And will he even survive? From the creator of IDW's award-winning graphic novel Code Word Geronimo comes a new story about a different kind of warrior, Vindicated Inc., the first of its kind disabled veteran action hero comic. The Vindicated Inc. graphic novel crowdfunding campaign on fundmycomic.com is provided in the description of this video. We hope you become a contributor. Please share this link. Thank you.
So that's it. Vindicated Inc. is the name of the book. You see how the campaign's going so far. He just started it last week, and
that's gone up because it was $5.50 when I looked at it this morning.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this morning he had 15 backers. He's gotten 4 more today. So it's coming along. And definitely, if you have the means, go back Gary's book because he's a great friend. And I guarantee you it's going to be a fun read.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. He's a very talented comic book artist and love the stuff he does, man. Really do. So definitely go check that out.
That's a long time in the making.
Yes. He's been working on this a long time. And this is the big push. He's decided to go all in on it and get her done, as they say. Yeah. I'll get to that point one day with the Privateer, but I'm not there yet. I've got
also what FK said, Mickey Mouse goes in the public domain. The first part of him goes in public domain January 1st.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Is
then
it like
every
a
year
Steamboat
after.
Willie part?
Really?
Yeah, and then every year after, it's another Disney character.
I dropped the link for Vindicated Inc. in the chat, so definitely, if you have the means, go check that out and definitely back his book. All right, well, that's going to be it for tonight's show, boys and girls. I am going to let you know what's going on here with the channel, and the reason why John lets me do it is because half the time I'm pushing his stuff. But what are you doing this Tuesday, though, bro? What are you doing Tuesday?
I think this Tuesday, that'll be the 12th.
That's when we do our thing together, John.
You doing Monarch?
Yeah, we're doing Monarch and Doctor Who.
The Doctor Who, the Monarchs, and For All Mankind.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And I'll be there with John on that show. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you guys know you've been watching State of the Atmosphere. We do this every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central Time. And just so you guys know your homework, we're going to do everything Christmas next week. Favorite television shows, favorite movies, that kind of thing.
We still got like 2 weeks, bro.
Yeah, I know we do. But we're going to do it next
Christmas
week.
Shows? We're going to do it.
We're going to do our favorite Christmas stuff.
Okay.
So that way Knock has time to watch it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'm more of a Kwanzaa guy, so.
But anyway, that's going to come your way at 5:30 p.m. Central Time next week. And then, of course, tomorrow night, the Brothers Hack the Matrix. Highlander and I will be together next tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central Time to let you know what's going on with the clown show that is 2023 in today's headlines. The Brothers Hack the Matrix, 6 p.m. Central Time every Thursday. And then, of course, that night at 10 p.m. Central Time, I was trying to set it up to play with Twilight Linkable, but he's very busy. I haven't been able to communicate with him too much. I'm probably just going to play some old Madden games, probably 15 and 22. I've got a few Super Bowls stacked up.
What night is that?
Thursday at 10 p.m. Central Time.
It's
that's tomorrow night at 10 p.m.
It's Joe Flacco.
That's right. It's Joe Flacco out there slinging the ball for the Browns. But anyway, that's coming your way tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Central Time. And then Friday morning, you get to see another chapter of Baldur's Gate. Morning Coffee with John on Pop Culture Minefields channel at 10 a.m. Central Time Friday morning. And then, of course, Saturday, you can watch me sketching The Privateer, the story of America's pirate patriot, my passion project brought to life, 1:30 p.m. Central Time every Saturday afternoon. And then Sunday morning, 2 hours before kickoff of your afternoon slate of NFL games. And boy, we are going to have a fun discussion about the college football playoff. There's some people kind of upset about that.
Me and Joe kind of talked about that last night.
Yeah. We actually reported on it live during last week's show, and I think we're going to have a forum discussion about it. Should Florida State be in the playoff or and somebody else get bumped out? Doesn't matter. They've already set the table. There's nothing we can do about it. They should be good games, but
it's a business.
If Michigan stomps a mud hole in friggin' Alabama, there's going to be arguments.
They didn't lose any games, so they should go in there.
We'll talk about it on Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Central Time on NFL pregame party. And then Monday, do you know what movie he's doing? Is he doing Thin Red Line or? I looked today and I didn't see anything. So anyway, he's going to do a military movie on Monday morning at 10 a.m. Central Time. That's Morning Coffee with Gary, Military Monday on Pop Culture Minefields channel. And we're doing a Thin Lizzy show on That 70s Rock Fans channel at 4 p.m. Central Time on It's Only Talk and Roll on his channel. Thin Lizzy is a great band from the 70s that you guys probably enjoy. Definitely check that out at 4 p.m. Central Time on Monday. And then Tuesday, I decided I'm going to pull out my copy of Wanted, Weapons of Fate. I'm going to bend some bullets around some walls on my PS3 on Papa Joe Gamer After Dark at 10 p.m. Central Time on Tuesday. And brings us right back around to Wednesday morning. And John, I guess you're going to continue with Uncharted on Wednesday mornings?
Yep.
Okay.
Sure.
Morning Coffee with John on Wednesday mornings on Pop Culture Minefields channel at 10 a.m. Central Time. And that brings us right back around to this show again. So for myself, Matt from Small Time Republic, John from Das Wolfen, and Knock and Jed Revenwolf.
Here's one more thing before we go.
Oh shit!
I need to go to bed, Jed.
Yeah, Jed.
Hey! I'm gonna have.
I got a steak.
I'm gonna have a camera at some point, so everybody will see my ugly face.
Nice.
I'm getting that from you.
Okay. Is that everything?
Yeah. Go ahead.
That was it. You just wanted to stop me. Is that what it is?
I just wanted to. Everybody keeps going. Oh, I want to see him on camera.
Hey, that's cool, man. Listen, for myself and my panel, I want to thank you guys for being here. And until we see you again, I want you to keep on keeping on. God bless. Wow, man. Wow, man. Check it out. Check it out. He said the question is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Of course it's a Christmas movie. You know it's not Christmas until Hans Gruber falls off a Nakatomi Tower. What's wrong with you?
I know, right?
I mean, I swear, dude. All right, boys and girls, we will see you next time. Thanks a lot.
See ya.
Go
Take
get your
care.
steak, brother.